Okay, fair warning. This is a bit long and really, really, really ranty, and I really wasn't able to rant coherently, if there is such a thing. But are you serious? Quick, itsy bitsy little warning. This is probably going to get a bit ranty. Right, as a person with a disability, no. When people preface a sentence with speaking as of insert noun or adjective here or adverb, they completely lose the interest that I may have had in their thing. Well, I'm speaking as a complete and total twat. Oh, yes. Okay. Go on. I'm all ears. Okay. But this popped across the Beth news desk, so to speak, because apparently I totally have a news desk. One, there is a remake of Roald Dahl's Witches, which was a book that I really enjoy and a movie that was capably acted in by the one and only majestic Angelica Flippin Houston. You do not remake Angelica Flippin Houston, ladies and gentlemen. You do not. Also, enough flipping remakes. Have an original flipping idea. Oh, sorry. I'm apparently really, really feeling this. Okay, to continue. People are upset because the depiction of the witches who remove their outer garments, which apparently allow them to blend into society, showed that they had limb differences. I don't know the proper phrasing that is used these days, so I'm going to... That wasn't actually a quote, I'm a hand talker. So sometimes my hands and my fingers will do things in the middle of conversations, and it's, I don't know, they just do these things. Okay, so I think I would make a body language expert go completely batshit. But if you would like to try your hand at that, I will send you something as normal and as baseline as possible so that you can read that. Okay, so remake of the movie Witches from the Roald Dahl book, also witches. Remake of a movie that didn't need to be remade because it's perfect as is. Alright, so let us discuss disability tropes. Or is it trope? I'm not really sure. Anyway, so one of the tropes that I dislike is the perfect little angel. So sweet. Just the porcelain pale child dying quietly of tuberculosis but looking absolutely sweet and just being a little saint here on earth. Isn't that sweet? No, that is a trope I dislike. Hi, I'm not an angel. I have opinions. Oh boy, do I have opinions. I am an opinionated bitch, and I enjoy it. Woo woo. I thoroughly dislike this idea that You cannot besmirch. You must act like that. You must absolutely tiptoe, because heaven forfend that you offend one of these little angels. It's a millstone for you, mister. Hey, I am unable to rant coherently. If there is indeed such a thing as ranting incoherently, I cannot. Okay. I did one of these type of videos after I read some of Debbie Pearl's book on neuroplasticity. Debbie Pearl being known, along with her husband Michael, as being proponents of the beat the living crap out of your children for Jesus crowd. Yee yee! Okay, I need to calm down because I might actually have an apoplexy here. I just love the word apoplexy. It's a lovely word. It's a terrible thing. It's basically a stroke. But it's a beautiful word. I am so angry that my blood pressure has gone through the roof. And I am turning beet red. And it is a very colorful image that says Dude, I am pissed. Well, you know what? It doesn't help anyone to be like, no, that's offensive because they're mocking disabilities or they're doing this. And it's like, have you ever watched a disabled performer, and there are many who just mock the living snot out of disability, because if you live with it long enough, you tend to get to the point where you're just like, you know what? This is horrible, but gosh dang it to heck, I'm gonna have some fun. Be offended by the fact that Roald Dahl was a twatty McTwatface who cheated on his wife after she had a stroke. Be mad that he was a massive twat. Sure, he did do something good neurologically. His son Theo, I'm sorry, my voice is apparently I'm mad. His son Theo was in an accident and ended up with hydrocephaly, which basically, fluids build up around the brain, the head might become elongated, and it's very, very dangerous. So he needed a special shunt. And together with 3 other people, Mr. Dahl invented a shunt that actually partially bears his name. Which, I am so angry, and I am so annoyed that memory isn't exactly the best for me right now, so I am actually going to look that up because it feels like it's important. And also I need to breathe because being this angry is not, it doesn't feel great. It doesn't feel good. I need to calm down. Okay, so Theo Dahl, his son's hydrocephalus, was treated with a Holter shunt, but there was a bit of a problem, so they started designing a new shunt, which was then implanted and supervised by the child's neurologist, Dr. Till. And it's called the Wade-Dahl-Till valve. So here's another lesson. Sometimes horrible people can do lovely things, and horrible people can love people. But also, if you, for example, decide to have a little bit of a flirty flirt because your spouse or significant other is ill and can't please you, one, I would suggest you ask them first. And I mean, really ask them, like, hey, is this okay with you? Because I've heard of people doing this. Is this okay with you? Or, not go out and have a lovely Cheaty McCheaterson session and hurt the other person because you know what? You're a dick. Okay, so back to the subject at hand. there's a trope where ugly is not skin deep. People who are ugly also have horrid souls in much of fiction and literature and in other places. It's just a thing. Although there are beautiful people who are horrible, and it tends to come out in other ways, and it might actually mar the original outward beauty. Now, see, I think it's more offensive to think that disabled people are just angels on earth, trapped in imperfect bodies. And, oh, they're just so sweet all the time. Oh, they're just so lovely. And then when they act like human beings, or have a bad day, it's like, well, you're not acting the way I told you, or I would think, so I am now offended. Yeah, that's basically my personal offense. Also, remaking classic films and not having original ideas, I demand original entertainment. Okay? Also, enough with the flashing lights. Enough. There's also the tropes about epilepsy, which I will get into in another video because I need an aspirin. This anger hurts. But anyway, there are other things on this planet to get pissed off about. And instead, people are getting pissed off because some horrible witches that are described in the source text as being horrid and evil and just absolutely horrible to look at, but able to apparently hide really, really well. There are so many other things on this planet that are terrible. Let's look out for those. Let's take care of that. And in conclusion, I love you all very much, even the people that I'm very annoyed at right now. You're wonderful. I love you. Be good to yourselves, and